Hello, hello, and welcome back. It is time for a tarot reading. I have a brand new deck. It's perfect for the season, for our October. It is the Haunted Cat Tarot deck. I bought it because there's an event coming up at the bookstore where my mother works, and she wanted me to read tarot, and I was like, okay, well, I'm obviously going to use this as an excuse to buy a new deck. I mean, obs. And I couldn't find like a literary deck that I really liked. They tend to focus on like one author or one book. There's a surprisingly large amount of like Court of Thorns and Roses tarot decks. Weird. So I went with cats, spooky cats. So we are going to be doing this one for our reading for October because that's perfect. Fun fact, I had a horse a couple years ago, more than a couple years ago, who died. Her name was October. So every time I say October, I think about her a little bit, which is sad and nice. It's sad and nice to think about friends who have left us because at least we got to know them. At least we got to have them in our lives. Anyway, I'm very obviously I am in a bit of a mood for October, thinking about death. But let's see what the cards have to say. We're going to do the same spread as I have been doing, where it is like an overall theme. And then I pulled two more. I'm going to stop sort of restricting them to being like the thing to look forward to and the warning, and kind of just let them jump off of the main theme that we get. So what is our first card, everyone? It is the Nine of Staves, if you want to look at him. Looks like he's wearing a little like track headband. Gonna do some running, kitty? Staves, of course, being wands. So this card says that we may have been facing some adversity recently because we're doing this as sort of writing and artistic reading. Perhaps it is adversity to do with our art, our business, if our art is our business. This card is saying like we're standing strong in the face of that diversity. So we're facing it head on. We're facing those challenges. So let's see what other cards we get that kind of bounce off of that. Also, I do have a complaint about this deck. I don't like decks where it's obvious what's right side up and reversed. I don't want to be able to tell before I draw the card whether it's going to be right side up or reversed. It's like, that feels like cheating, you know? What have we got here? It is the Seven of Tombs, which I don't remember what tombs is in this cat. I'm going to have to like double check with their instructional booklet what the tombs is. Be right back. Okay, tombs is pentacles. Tombs is pentacles. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is saying that we are laying down some infrastructure, that we are making sure that we are setting ourselves up for success, which I think can kind of go with if we're going to be looking forward to some adversity, or if we are facing some adversity, we are not taking it lying down. We are like, okay, this is not going the way we wanted, but we are going to be taking steps to change that. We are going to be making it the way that we want it. So that, I think, is what we're getting from that card. Into our October, are we going to be like handling adversity and handling it like a pro? Like, even if something is going not the way we planned, can the infrastructure that we've set up help us, and can we roll with that punch? Final card, the Four of Moons. Moons being swords. Okay, interesting. Moons are swords here. Look at that kitty. Of course we draw swords because these are the rules. No major arcana or kings or queens in this draw. And this card is talking about self-protection and taking care of ourselves, taking a break if we need to. So I think where that ties in with the others is that we need to, like, this is the time that we're taking care of ourselves. This is the time that we are handling it. And like, yes, it's okay to ask for help, but we are laying down the infrastructure. We are handling it ourselves. I always tell people to remember that it might be disappointing to hear, but it's true. You are your book's biggest fan. No one in the world is going to care about your book as much as you do. So you have to be its biggest fan. You have to promote it, obviously, and believe in it. You have to believe in it. If you don't believe in your book, it's never going to succeed. So even in those times when you're like, oh, it's not very good, you have to believe in it. Nobody's going to come along and be your cheerleader. And I think that that's what this reading is saying. Like, we have to be our own cheerleaders in October. Nobody's going to come along and tell us how amazing we are. Nobody's going to promote our book or our other art project for us. We have to do it ourselves, even though that's hard. That's what I'm getting from this reading. Let me know if you have any thoughts about this reading, if you would interpret it a different way, but that's the vibe that I'm getting. Otherwise, I hope that everybody has an amazing October. How was your September? Did the reading from last month seem to suit your September? As usual, I don't remember what the reading was. I really should go back and like listen to the previous reading before I do the next month's one, but I don't. But yes, wish me luck reading tarot at the event that I'm doing with my mom at the bookstore where she works. I haven't got a lot of experience reading tarot for other people because like people don't want their tarot read, or at least by me. I have a really hard time convincing people to let me read their tarot cards. I have a friend who reads tarot and they're like fending people off with a stick. People want their readings. People cry at their readings. And like, I'm here like, you want me to read your tarot cards? And people are like, ew, get away from me. So that's why I have this channel. So I have an excuse to practice. But yeah, hopefully it goes well. I will definitely still have to use my cheat sheet because I'm still learning and I am one of those people. I'm not an intuition reader. I like to know what the cards like actually what do the cards mean? And I want to memorize it. It's going to take me a million billion years, but I'm not an intuition reader. Couldn't be me. So, I definitely hope that you have an excellent October and that we are out here being our own biggest cheerleaders and our own biggest fans. And remember to take a break if that gets a little bit too much, because that last card is also like, take a break, friends. It's okay to do that. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your time. Stand up for your project. And I will see you next month. Bye.